Have you been thinking about how you can flourish in your life, how you can do better and make everything work smoothly for you in your life every day? This show is for you. Today we are talking about flourishing in our lives. What are the things we can do to flourish? What areas in our lives can we focus on so that we can flourish and go further in our lives? Hello ladies, this is SPF. Welcome to our YouTube conversation.
And again, to me, flourishing, I was just there actually. I recalled something. I don't know why, actually, part of my life, I love this random act of hoping. Random act of hoping, because I remembered um, sometimes we may aim too much. We may aim too much to. You may think flourishing in life is all about you putting in too much energy, as in working hard. What do I mean? Like waking up early in the morning, going to work, doing your work, and coming back home. That is the only thing that would lead you to flourish. Of course, when you paid money or maybe body exercise, but there is this amazing thing about random acts of helping people. I remember. It was 2019, the year before COVID. Before COVID, when I graduated, after my graduation, I remember after my graduation, one of my daddy's, like a family friend to my dad, had already contacted me and told me about me managing one of his offices. And in my heart, I was like, wow. Before I even present my CV and everything, my job is out. So I didn't mind too much about it. I just relaxed. So I remember one time we were going somewhere. We were going somewhere for a commemoration in Masaka. Then in the bus where I was in, I meet a Randi girl. Then after meeting her, we became like sisters. We became friends. From there, we come back, and coming back, we keep jazzing. So naturally, I don't booze. I don't take alcohol, and um, I rarely go to bars. I rarely club. This young girl just tries to jazz me about her story. She tells me, you know what? I work in a bar. I leave the bar late night. She was beautiful, and then she shares part of her life. She's like, you know what? Actually, I really studied up to Form 6, and my documents are good, and I want to be a lawyer. So I was touched inside my heart, but at the moment, I had nothing to do for her. So what I did, we shared numbers. After exchanging numbers, I go back home. After reaching home, I sit and think. I was like, okay, there is a family friend who was telling me about her job. But I, as a person, I'm not too much in need of a job at the moment. So in my heart, I was like, no, I should do this random act of kindness. Let me try speaking to this man in his department of work, if he has maybe like field department where this young girl can go, do the field department, and from there, the little money she'll start accessing. First of all, she'll leave working in a bar, and after leaving working in a bar, slowly by slowly, she can pick up from there and join campus. So I go speak to this manager. This manager accepts. I bring this young lady. She goes, actually, he has a money lending business. This young lady goes, and she's given a job of working in the field, collecting money from the field. And from there, I think from there, by me making her life flourish, by me making her life change from where she was pleading and crying for hope. From there, to me, after something like 3 months, this same boss comes to me and he tells me, Veza, why do you have a kind heart of wishing someone to get a job before even you get a job, yet you're done with campus? I just told him, I'm not complaining too much. And from that point, this manager comes and he gives me cash of money. He tells me, go somewhere around Entebbe, look for a place where you can locate a money lender, do everything on your own and manage that office. So from that time, my life started flourishing endlessly. But to me, I told myself it was the random act of kindness that I did for that young lady. And God, seeing that, God was like, now let me bless her in abundance. So sometimes in life, try doing some random acts of hope. It will do you good. Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
I know, that's perfect.
Yeah, an
Hmm.
inspiration. Thank you.
Yeah, it's really, you've done a random act of kindness for me, although you may not have realized it. Yeah. Earlier this year, when you put in a word for me, even though the business training hadn't opened, put in my name. We had even just recently met,
Yeah.
and then Imi goes to a business training, and she thinks Grace will benefit from this.
Wow.
And then she tells them, by the way, I have a friend, do you have a slot for her? And then they invite me to come for the business training. Now, it may seem like a small thing for other people, but it helped me start my business, my digital marketing business. And from there, my life has changed greatly from that business training. Yeah.
It's good.
Good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really good.
Oh, yeah. Also, having a grateful heart is really what we thanking people when they're still alive.
Yeah.
It really means a lot because also me myself, like this year, a friend really connected me to this job. We had been talking, like, that is why I was telling flourishing. It means we have to keep up with our social connections. That is the one thing. Even if you're not in a place whereby you can see that you're flourishing, keep up with your connections. For as long as those people are uplifting, keep up talking to those people because you never know. Everyone has their own connections that they
Yeah.
can bring you up to. So if you keep in those circles, if I met you through a friend and where we met, it was a prayer group, a cell. So it means that is also a connection where you got to know me and I connected you. So now this other friend of mine, we studied together. So that is also a connection, but still we kept in touch. So when there was this opportunity, she called me up. So the mere fact that I was chosen, I even told her, you know what, of all people, so many people had even called her, hey, you can connect her since you've gotten another job. But then she was like, I had to choose you because, we've been in touch and you're a good friend. Even you yourself, you're the one who sent me this advert to apply. So through doing these acts of kindness, because someone might see an advert as something so small, I think she has seen it, but no, someone out there hasn't seen it. So it doesn't take anything for you to send an advert. You see a friend who needs a job, send the advert.
Yeah.
You understand? And she'll always be grateful. She'll be like, oh, Amy helped me.
Yeah.
Oh, Grace helped me. So it's like that. So we have to be grateful and also appreciate the people when they're still alive.
Yeah.
So flourishing, to me, that is what it means. Being grateful and being, of course, grateful means also appreciating.
Yeah.
Because you can't have a grateful heart without appreciating.
Yeah.
So to me, flourishing comes in two levels, the individual level and the community level. So the individual level comes in whereby you have to believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself and then cultivate practices that will help you believe in yourself, it really goes a long way to lead you to flourishing. So an example for me is this year. Actually, this year has been my best year
Yeah.
because I went on a self-development journey. I was like, I need to do better. I need to be better. So this self-development journey included having that self-love and also cultivating in myself things that will help me do better.
Yeah.
So of course now joining this group of SBF,
Yes.
this YouTube channel is also a big milestone for me because how has this come up for me to have this idea and also join with these friends of mine because we had the same mindset. But how did it come about? It came about because I'd already gone on a self-development journey whereby I was reading books and I was watching podcasts. I was watching YouTube channels that were talking about how to cultivate or instill in yourself good communication skills, whether like you can be a good communicator when you speak slowly and also listen more. That is why we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. So in listening more, you get more ideas.
For me, it was on the track to be my worst year.
Tell
But
us.
thank God it's no longer on that track.
Wow.
Anyway, earlier this year, I had 2 interviews with very big companies, like companies you only dream about. Like sometimes you even wonder, like, how did they get my CV? Because I did not even apply. They called me in, and I took these interviews for granted because I wasn't believing in myself. So I honestly did not believe that I would get the jobs or that I could get the jobs. So I entered with this mindset of, I know I won't get that job, but anyway, let me go. Well, for one of them, I was even late for the first interview, and then they gave me another chance. I was also late by an hour. So you really need to cultivate the culture of believing in yourself above
That's
anything
true.
else, because I lost those 2 jobs, and then later I heard about what someone who got the job that I messed up subconsciously. Of course, you can't be like me, I'm not going to get that job, but in your heart you've cultivated a space for you to not believe in yourself. So when you go for these things, first of all, you go for an interview, you're late, you go, you're not prepared, you do not even make research about the simplest of the questions. Like you've already been sent the job description. Like, how do you not know things that are on the job description? And then later, I hear about what the person who went through is earning. And I was like, surely couldn't I have gotten this job? Because the questions that they were asking, if only I had revised, I would have known the answers. Why? Because these are things I had learned in school. And these are things that I could do very well because they were in line with what I could do. These people had seen my LinkedIn profile. They had decided that this person can do the job that we have. But I came in with an attitude of, this is too big a company for me. This is too big a job for me. I cannot manage it. Yet when I went for, earlier I mentioned the business training, and then I had like a rewiring of my mind. Later I went for a different interview with a different mindset, also in a company I had never thought to apply to, and guess what? I got the job. If I had gone with the same attitude of, you know what, I may not be able to get the job, I would still be here jobless. So it's really important for you to believe in yourself, even if no one else does. For you, whatever you do, believe in yourself, even if it's the last thing you do. At the end of the day, just go in there knowing that I am the best person to step in this room today. Because guess what? You are that person. Let no one else tell you that. Even if you leave the room when they have told you you've not gotten this job, you are still the best person to have walked in there, and they have made a loss. It is what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah, some people may call it delusion, but really, it is the way of life. You have to understand that you are the best version of yourself, but then you have to have worked on that version of yourself for you to believe like that. You cannot just say, I am the best. You have to work towards it and then believe it. Because we are wired differently. The same person who may have 10 years of experience that you may think is better than you may not have mastered the things that come so easy to you. Or they may even be out of generation for the things that you want. Because as generations change, also there are different experiences. So let's, get out of the mindset of someone is better than me. No, you are the best wherever you go, you are the best.
Exactly. Yeah. First of all, when you believe in yourself, it will boost your confidence. You are always confident enough to defend yourself in all ways. You always be confident about every aspect of life. That takes me back about how actually through that self-confidence, believing in myself, years back when I was at campus, I remember I was studying, I was on day, I would go to campus every day, get my bag, put in my business in that bag. I used to sell actually shoes as azazi at campus. I would go in for my lectures. Actually, there we are still speaking about to believing in yourself. Um, that you can make it, and through making it, that is when we flourish in life. So I would go for my lectures. At the same time, I would have my bag, put in my shoes for selling. At the same time, I would put in vitenji for selling, and guess what, I would sit in my lecture. After the lecture is done, I would start asking like my fellow classmates, so do you want shoes? I have beautiful shoes here. By the way, I have vitenji. These vitenjis are nice. You can do an African outfit out of it, such things. And through that, that is how I got to meet Amy. I got to meet Amy. I met Amy at campus, and I met Amy through me marketing my business to her. And actually, guess what? My business never stopped at campus. What led to my flourishing? It is how I believed in myself that even at campus, you can study at campus at the same time, do business.
Amy?
Yeah, that was really powerful. And on me meeting Beza, so even back then at campus, like we would always be like, yeah, such a beautiful girl. She's really doing this, and she's still studying, doing well, and also selling something. So also my story comes in that way also, like, so it comes in a way whereby we're in COVID-19. We've stopped as at LDC by then doing law, so it is a diploma in law. So for that period, we started studying online. So as we're studying online, there is plenty of time. Remember, you are around in your mid-20s, and your classmates who studied like a 3-year course have been working. So for you, you're still studying. So in a way, you don't have any income. You're still fending from your parents. So in a way, you're like, I'm really this age, but still, I don't have an income. What next? Yes, I know I'm a lawyer, but I'm still a student, whereby that diploma is going to lead you to being an advocate. But then in a way, you don't have money, but then you're stamped as a lawyer and you're expected to have money. So everything is confusing in such a way. So in a way, the good thing, I had a passion for skincare.
Wow.
So as I was on YouTube, I started watching skincare videos to pass time, not knowing that I would really get more passionate and really turn it into a business one day. So in terms of flourishing, why do I bring in this point? You do not have to stick to one thing, whereby just because you are a lawyer, yes, you can be born and then you're like, okay, I was born to be a lawyer, but there is more to being a lawyer. And what does it take for you to really add another profession, add any other thing to make your life more flourishing? Because all we want is happiness.
Yeah.
So to bring in that point of flourishing to my life flourished the more. My mind didn't have to always be on the law every time. So business came in and people started buying, from my family to now friends to now strangers. So I've made connections through that and it has worked for people. So in a way, flourishing, so that happiness has come in and I'm like, oh, I'm not really meant to just do one thing. I can do more. I've seen ladies who have like 10 things that they have to do. They have this business, they have this business. They're still in a 9 to 5
biblical
job.
principle is that we should have 7 sources of money.
Wow.
Wow.
So if we should have 7 sources of money, so we can do more. Even if you're a student, you can do more. Actually, now what you used to do, Abeza. So by the time I started doing this, I was like, oh wow, if I'd started doing now the carrot oil when I was still at campus, I would be very far. My income would be very far. You understand? So start now. The thing is that to you, the viewers, start now. That is the fact. Ladies, you need to work. Whichever age you are at, get a skill, mostly a skill. Even if it is a communication skill, you can talk. You can go out there and be a speaker, like people who talk, inspirational speakers. You can
Public
go out there.
speakers.
There is a lady who was on Is it like NTV? And she was like, she's earning a lot and she's a Ugandan. She's actually a pilot and also and now a motivational speaker. She moves all around the world. She says she earns, she's called Sarah. Wow. Now, our director has told us the name is Sarah. So, such a lady, you look at her and you're like, oh, you're a pilot, but you have more. So, try to find out, what do you have? Like, what is that special gift that you have?
Yeah.
Is it makeup? Is it farming? Because I've seen also a lawyer who is also doing farming and is doing so well.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean you have to do away with your profession. You can do both, and you can even do multiple things for as long as they give you that fulfillment, a purpose. Because flourishing is all about getting a purpose in life.
Yeah.
I've loved this point of we have to believe in ourselves. We have to believe in ourselves, because it is when I and you believe in ourselves that we can achieve anything in life that we want. And when you achieve anything you want in life, definitely you are going to flourish in your lives. Thank you. And please comment or tell us in our comment section what you've learned about flourishing in life, or what could have been your experiences about flourishing in life. And this is what we promise you. Any comment that we shall find in our inbox, if it is needed to be handled as a topic for our next episode, we promise you we shall speak about it in our next episode. Thank you so much. It was amazing. I'm Joanne.
Grace.
Like,
Share.
Subscribe.
I'm Joanne.
Grace.
Immaculate.
Like,
Share.
Subscribe.
happiness
Is
A mindset.
with
with SBM.